What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Gym Floor. This week, we have onboarded our first trainer out at UStrong, which we're obviously very, very excited about. Jim is on a nice upward trajectory, and we're really excited about how things are progressing out there. Super excited to have Jess on board, another Jess. Really, really keen for all that. But we thought we'd take the opportunity to go through what we actually did in the onboarding process and what we have deemed important in order of importance as well, and the order that you should complete them in. So if you're a new trainer that's coming in, this is amazing for you. If you're established, listen through and just be like, is there any holes in my business that I need to fill right now? Is there a couple of things that stand out that I'm like, fuck, I'm not doing that will make a difference? Because these are honestly everything we believe you need to be successful in the business side of being a personal trainer. And then obviously we talk about skills at the very end as well. So enjoy the episode. A lot of this is talking about just like conversions and selling. So we right now have a custom sales presentation guide actual custom sales presentation for you. Your own branding, your own logos, your own offers, your own inclusions, everything to make it look like yours, to give you the confidence to present properly during a sales presentation. Just take that awkward, uncomfortable, do you want to talk about PT away, and just be able to just be like, this is what I do, this is how much it is. Choose your option, and it look really, really professional and you feel comfortable with it. That also comes with a free sales training call with myself. Put whatever value you want on that. So you get time to actually walk through how we go on the phone, what we do in the consults, what we do in our training sessions, and then how to actually go through the sales presentation as well. Make sure you're dotting all I's, crossing all T's, and maximizing your conversion rates, maximizing your price point, and also maximizing like that first 14 days with a client, because you've created so much buy-in in that sales process that they're going to kick off well. And you guys know if they're achieving and doing the thing during that 14 days, then they usually end up being a really long-term client. So really, really important to start that from the front. Enjoy the episode, and we will see you next week. Do I look smarter, Jace?
Yeah, I like they must be the it glasses at the moment.
Because there's a thing at the moment.
Yeah, so many people have them, either like circle or semi-round or
the first
squares.
day I got them, Jess had hers on.
Yeah.
I was like, we're going to be too similar, but I don't care because I just got them.
Yeah. How much time are you going to spend standing next to someone else with the same glasses?
Agreed.
Or similar glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got your sunnies?
Yep.
Are they on?
Car.
Oh, they're not one of those.
No.
That changes.
Definitely not.
I don't know, man. Like you're having a midlife crisis. Who knows? Piercings and shit.
Sending it.
Could be a thing.
Jackson just messaged me before. He's like, "Do you get your nose pierced?" I'm like, "Yeah, sir." Sure did. He said he'd smash. That's all that matters. The internal conversations of physique athletes would smash.
Yeah.
So I had a look at you were talking about cars in the other one, and we had to get to actual content.
Yeah.
I had a look at those BYDs.
Yeah.
Over the weekend at Chadstone. The mid-size SUV is like 48 grand.
Yeah.
That's all electric.
No.
The inside of that one's ugly too.
You know, this isn't a camp that you're speaking to that's pro-electric.
Yeah.
No, I think it's garbage.
I agree.
No, I think it's stupid. The infrastructure's not there, and I think there'll be a solution that takes us away from electric-powered cars.
Yeah.
And everybody who bought electric-powered vehicles in the meantime is going to get shafted for them. Yeah, they're going to get shafted hard. So
yeah. Do you reckon hybrid's the way though?
I do. Yeah, absolutely. I think hybrid is the way, and then I think combustion engines will change how they like in terms of fuel type. That's
go to synthetic.
Yeah, well, Porsche have already created one. Yeah, so it's just a matter of like someone.
F1's going synthetic next update, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all working on it. Like Shell's working on their own, and I'm sure Mobil and BP are working on their own as well.
Do you remember like getting the additive for leaded cars?
No,
back in the day.
I think there was something. If you had a certain lawnmower, you may have to have done it or something. But I never got the cars.
Yeah. So I think it's like I don't know what year it was, but maybe like 85 or something.
Yeah,
it would still run on leaded petrol because people like don't even realize we get unleaded, but it's just like, but that's petrol. but there was a leaded before that. The wasn't there. Yeah. So you used to have to put an additive in your car to run unleaded petrol.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like, if they go to the synthetic, if we all have to put an additive in to like bridge the gap until you get a car that's
then they have to wipe
synthetic.
Yeah, I feel like there's always going to be unleaded. There'll just be less of it.
Yeah, well, but people would have said that about leaded, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
they would have said that about VCRs.
Yeah.
Imagine how long it's going to take to wipe out leaded or unleaded.
It's crazy how much of it we used to sell when I was like 18. That's super cheap.
So if you have a car that's pre that and it drives on leaded fuel, are you pouring lead into the unleaded?
No, it's it's like a lubricant.
Right.
I think the viscosity was different.
Yeah.
So the unleaded is thinner.
Where do we go from... That's a really interesting conversation, probably not on this particular podcast, but... So where do you go if you have an unleaded car?
Imagine this is the first episode you've ever tuned into and you're like, oh, it's going to be great for my personal training business.
It's just going to save my personal training business and we're talking about fucking fuel. So yeah, I don't know if you can put anything in an unleaded car that's going to bridge the gap to a synthetic fuel.
Synthetic fuel, yeah. I think that would be...
That's why I think like petrol will always be around.
I reckon that's what they're working on.
Yeah.
Because synthetic fuel's easy.
Because they can already fuel cars on hydrogen. It's just that making the hydrogen's the problem.
Yeah.
Because they have to make it... Yeah, and it has to be made on the spot.
Yeah.
They can't deliver hydrogen. So then, and it can only make so much. So say, I think it takes like 20 minutes or something to make enough.
Yep.
But it only makes enough for like 4 cars.
Yeah. Okay.
So imagine being at the petrol station and
the theory was like back in the day that you had it on board. They made one. They made a car that you put water in and that was it.
Oh, so the system. Yeah, but imagine in a car crash, it'll fucking go boom.
Yes. That was the slight problem. But they've got fuel cells now. Like you have a look at F1 technology and stuff.
Yeah.
With fuel cells. Like they could do it.
Yeah. It just costs so much money.
Yeah, and it moves too much money away from everywhere.
Yeah.
Like this thing was set up that basically you put water in it and then it goes through the process and then when it hits the atmosphere it just turns back into water. Yeah. So you actually collect the water that goes back in.
So it's like neutral.
Yeah. So obviously there's like a drop off throughout. You would still have to top up the water every now and then, but essentially it's just...
So you're going to be like high density hydrogen and low density hydrogen for performance or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Sure. Someone would be fucking with it for sure.
All right, this is gold. No one knows what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, so the BYD internal, the big one and the sedan, I liked the style of the inside. Yeah. They tried way too hard with the little one.
The only BYD I know of is that seal one because it goes 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds or something.
Yeah, so they had the A seal, but it wasn't that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's multiple seals then?
Would it just be... Well, it was that shape.
Oh, okay. So I thought the seal was the fast one. So
right.
is seal a model?
Maybe I'm wrong.
If it's a model, then I'm like, I see all these cars getting around. I thought they were good and they're not.
Yeah, maybe they're not.
Playing around with my feelings.
Yeah, they're just 40K.
Like, oh, that car's fast.
Yeah, it's just how many...
I'm going to race it.
It's like Tesla.
Yeah.
You get a Model 3 that does 2.5 or something, where you get a Model 3 that's 6.
Yeah. Every now and then they race me. I'm like, you can't shit.
Mine sounds better. Even if you beat me.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care if you beat me. You can't shit. Mine looks cool. That sounds cool.
Yeah. How are you going coaching all these competitors, sir?
Look, it's good. It's going good. Definitely stressing the systems of the business. So I've been very fortunate to be very mindful of how I go about the decisions for everyone across the board. So obviously I had to make a few different things to frame my thoughts, but it's definitely good. It's put because it's like if I can prep this many people, because I got like photo shooters, prep like actual bodybuilders.
Yeah.
If I can do all of this, like, you know, it'd be like maybe 7 to 10 separate kind of peaks.
Yeah.
I can do it for that many in every week.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it helps in there.
It's a big book of competitors. Is that your goal? Do you want to be the prep coach? Solely?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah. I would like to have like people who, I wouldn't pass up, you know, the ones that don't, but I would like to have, more and more.
Yeah.
Which I gradually am accumulating, which is fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely like I eat, sleep, and breathe it, and I watch it on TV or look at it on my phone. Well, that's all the new study I have is on that. So yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Excited.
would like to.
Excited to see how everyone goes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been good. It's definitely like you need to have the things in place to do it well.
Yeah.
Because bodybuilding's based on planning.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you can and you can have all these really cool things to set everything up at the start, but then like you may miss some things on the other side, like towards the end. Yeah. So I've had to make a few different things to frame my thoughts around decisions made with the peak and collating everything all together at once. Like I just need a global view.
Yeah.
So I've had to just make a couple of spreadies and stuff that kind of allow me to work my magic.
Yeah.
So I still use the app and it's great, but I manually put in to a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
But the way I've created the spreadsheet is it like kind of populates like a script.
Yeah.
So I only have to put in minute pieces of information and it goes boom.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And then I look at it, make the decisions, go from there. Same at the peak. It's just like once I work out like daily water intake, average sodium intake, average potassium intake, and then I go, cool, this is the method that I want. This is the days we're going to load. This is not. This many grams of protein, carbs, fats, and then it just goes.
How deep do you start looking at their sodium and potassium intake and stuff?
How deep? As
like,
in,
when
how
do you
soon?
start that? Yeah.
I probably should be probably a month at least. You probably should track it the whole time. If I'm being super honest, like in the future, I probably will. I think at minimum 2 weeks out, and then
Is it hard to get reliable information? Like I know MyFitnessPal's. I get a message a month. Every new client that comes through is just like, oh, my app doesn't match my MyFitnessPal. I'm like, yeah, because the foods are wrong.
It's either foods are wrong or they go in averages, remember? So even the macros, like they'll never be right because it either rounds up or rounds down.
Yeah.
So that's why there's always a discrepancy.
Yeah.
Even in the calories and stuff. So you just got to take it for what it is.
So
that's the only information you have.
Sodium, potassium,
yeah.
Have you found to be trackable?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's easy enough on the app.
Yeah. As long as the person knows how to track the salt.
Yeah.
Like, because if they add salt, I'm like, you got to track that.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, how do I do that? And in microscales. And I'm like, look, at the end of the day, it's like, what's a pinch of salt roughly? You know, probably 100 milligrams of potassium or something, sort of sodium. So it's like, you're just working off. Because again, we don't even know if it's like 12 grams of protein in that piece of meat.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
Just like the internet
average
told
enough.
us. Yeah. It's like a piece of paper told us. You know?
Yeah.
So you're just like working off that. And then there's ranges that you need to be in my opinion, like for your sodium and stuff and potassium. Like you don't not everyone needs to have the same amount. Like if you chronically have more and you stay within a range, then it's okay.
Fine. Yeah. You
just got to make sure you match in the potassium and stuff because, like obviously there's like that pump that happens when one gets elevated, the other one does the polar opposite and either draws fluid out or pumps fluid in. And so you just need to be mindful of that. And then obviously, changing things with water and making sure that, if there's carbohydrates in there, there's sodium, there's fluid, all with the idea of trying to land at a certain time to look a certain way. So, to do that, there's lots of decisions. Then everybody's in a different spot, right? So, some people are pushing and they have to push right up to the show, and then you've only got a unique, really cute period of time to land the plane. Yeah. And then other people are there. So then you're managing stress because they're super lean, and you're maybe trying to accumulate the look over a couple of days. Yeah. And then you got someone who maybe you just made the decision it's just better to land them with a couple of days before the day in case you spill, just with the Yep. So you need to have a system for that. You can't just make it up. Yeah. It's interesting. And then how lean do you actually need to be for it to matter? Extremely lean. Yeah. Yeah. Even then, I feel like if you're that lean, it doesn't matter what you do. I think you'll just look good all the time. Yeah. So there's a leanness where it doesn't matter. You'll always look good, I think. Yeah. If you're fucking just skinless. Yeah. Like you'll just, doesn't matter. Yeah. Right? It's not that it doesn't matter. It's just like if you do things sensibly, like if you have a plan, that plan will work.
Yeah.
It's not like you can just go and eat, 5,000, 9,000 calories. Like you'll spill.
Yeah.
So as long as you don't spill, whatever strategy you pick will work.
Yeah.
But then there's a body fat range where you can get it right.
Yeah.
If there's a little bit of body fat, like you can manipulate a bit of extracellular water and stuff, and kind of pull people down a tiny bit, and then pump some carbs in, and they'll look okay. And then there's a period where it's like doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
So you just got to dig those ones.
Yeah.
So
I feel like so even I would say my experience would say, even at like bikini, like natural bikini competitor,
you're
not doing any of that.
No. Yeah. I don't think so. Like, I think there's a little bit to offset some stress and,
but there's, like managing salts and fucking with water and stuff.
Very minor.
Yeah.
Very minor. Yeah. It's not that much.
Yeah.
No. It's like, again, you got to look at the categories as well. Like, you got to see what the criteria is and what the look is.
Yeah.
So most of it's like the more muscular the division.
Yeah, the more
it matters. And the federations too, right? So when you go enhanced, the look's very hard.
Yeah.
As in a hard look, not hard to get. Well, it's hard. Both. Yeah, so it's different.
I just know there's a lot of PTs. Like I've even had some girls that are just like, this is not even worth the discussion.
Yeah,
the risk is so much higher.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and you don't want to be messing around with shit. Like people think that peak week is like this, like really huge week of changing so many variables. If anything, like good coaches do the complete opposite.
Yeah.
It's like just be ready, and then we play around with a couple of things. Like don't get me wrong, like play around with some water, salt, and some carbohydrates and stuff, but it's never like just excessive, and it's never based on just bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. So like the PT that does the shoot, right? That's listening.
Yeah.
That's like, I want to play with my salt and stuff. It's like if you're just walking in off the street to do a photo shoot, you've done a cut, whatever. Like you don't need to worry about it.
Nah, just take Anadrol. 3 days, 50 milligrams a day, you'll be sweet. Thank me later.
Jesus Christ.
That was a joke.
Okay. You've thrown me. Problem solved.
You see me blast them full of the photo shoot, you know why. But it was a joke.
Yeah, it was definitely a joke.
It was definitely a joke. It was not medical advice. Just seek the help of a medical professional.
It's the one that's been on Patreon.
Pay for the Patreon.
Sneaking off Patreon.
Pay for the Patreon. I wonder if we could do that. I wonder if we could actually do the Patreon.
Yeah.
Because it'd just be for fun. It wouldn't be... Like, I wouldn't do it to make money.
Yeah. And it'd still be...
It's like...
Consult your health professional.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Advice.
But, like, I wonder if the Patreon would be a thing. Did you see OnlyFans...
Just our feet, talk about steroids.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Did you see OnlyFans creators made more money than the whole NBA last year? Yeah, by $2 billion. NBA was like 4.8 billion, and then OnlyFans creators was 6.6. And they were trying to say that, like, although there's like a large portion of the adult fucking entertainment community, whatever. They're like, there's a lot of like
education.
Yeah, there's a lot of comedians and this and that. I'm like, nah, brother. Like, come on, man.
Fuck me, man.
What do you reckon? Is like 9 out of 10?
Yeah.
OnlyFans creators?
Surely even higher.
Adult content?
Yeah.
9 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know, even the ones that are doing fitness, like, are they doing, like, just fitness?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, this is what I did for my workout today, and this is who I did.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird world, man.
Whatever you got to do to put food on the table.
Yeah,
right?
I get it.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
It's my turn to hijack your podcast.
Just the whole concept is just weird to me. Like, even just being... The thought of being good-looking enough...
I couldn't.
That you just...
Yeah, like people pay money to stare at you.
Yeah.
And to talk to you. Yeah, I don't know. I could never miss that boat, bro. Even sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm intelligent enough to have a conversation that people would want to have it. And I'm just like, nah, still not.
Yeah.
Just mid across the board.
OnlyFans profile. You come for 5 out of 10.
Yeah. That's it.
Fuck.
If you want a mid-looking dude with mid genetics,
Yeah.
I'm your guy.
Yeah, I'm it. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Mediocrely smart.
That's it.
Mediocrely built. Mediocrely
Consistent.
lean.
Hey, I'd like to think I'm consistent.
Predictable.
Yeah.
Fuck me. So we put a trainer on.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Fucking oath.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, I know. I'm super excited.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's big. Big move.
Shout out to UStrong. I think I'm saying it right. I'm not sure.
Say it again.
I'm pretty sure she said it different yesterday, and now I'm scared.
So just say that one more time.
UStrong. That's how it's spelled.
Jess though, yeah.
But I think
yeah.
But I think
you said. I think you said her name was Des.
No, I didn't.
I swear.
I didn't. Cut at 10. But I don't think she pronounces the J, so now I'm confused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Dutch
Dion.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I only know that
Makes more
because I'm right into soccer. So all the Dutch soccer players.
Okay.
It's De Jong.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, she's
Frankie
she's
De Jong.
fucking DJ to me because 2 Jesses in one place is too much.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of Jesses. You know when you type into my my strength book, and it populates. We have lots of Emily's as well.
We do.
Yeah.
I've
I was
had
like
3.
I was like, where did all these come from? Yeah, because I got 2 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fuck.
so it's like every now and then, if I'm getting bored, I just put one letter in, see what comes up.
See what happens.
How many of these do we have?
Yeah. So I thought we would go through her onboarding process.
Yeah, sweet. I'd love to know.
Very good. Yeah, so it's just like as a trainer, if you've gonna start or you have started, like have you been through all these steps? Do you actually have it? Remember when we did the social media thing and we were like, if we started again, and then both of us were like, we could just do this tomorrow. Oh, let's do that then.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd go down that road. So, first thing we did was obviously like, hey, come shadow a class.
Yeah.
So the UStrong format is...
First, we did something before that.
What's that?
We wanted to attract a certain type of person.
For the hiring process.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
of course. Yeah.
So we outlined like what is a person that embodies us as a business, as a company.
Yes. All right. So let's do that. So if you
'Cause
are
we've hired before.
if you are a trainer in a position that's looking to put on someone, what should you look for?
Yeah,
That's a cool place.
Yeah.
And even we've got another gym that we work with that's kind of in a bit of a spot at the moment that needs this as well. Because I think a lot of those group class gyms fall in the trap of just like, we need to pay someone to run the class.
Yes.
Because it only wants to get off the tools.
Yes.
And they don't want to run all the classes. So it's just like, I just need someone to run the class, which is not what we've done at all.
Agreed.
Because it's so limited.
Yeah, and we know that has an expiry date.
And
that creates a problem in the future. Because it's no different to getting a staff member, I think, is even harder than getting a client.
Agreed.
You know, in terms, because way harder and more resourceful.
Yeah.
You know, because you work at, what does it take, like 5 to 25 times or whatever it is to find a client that is to keep one.
Yeah.
Imagine what it does to not just marketing, but the interview process, all of the training.
Yeah.
The time that it took to take them through it.
Yeah.
All of that. So
remembering every day that the gym that you bought is 90 minutes away.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So getting it right is important.
Yeah, 100%. So, sorry, I'm just thinking on the
Finding
fly
the right
now,
person.
going to a different place. So we've got a few people. So we have a licensing agreement, basically, where you can essentially buy how we mentor trainers.
Yeah.
Basically, and bring that into your own business. When I have conversations with people about that, I talk about 2 different things that you want to do for your business. Do you want to go lateral and have a team of more of you? So my head goes to people like Nexus, Flex Success, I don't know who else, to just have this like lateral, everyone is like elite, and that's you're trying to build a small team of elite coaches.
Yeah.
At that stage, you're probably providing leads and all that kind of stuff. Or the route we went was more of a mentoring, skill building, education service. We provided a service to a new trainer to bring them up. I guess was our mentorship model through the late 10s. Yeah. Is that what we call it? Is it the 10s?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just say between this day and this day.
So yeah, I've been speaking to a few people lately just about like, how do you want to tackle that? Like what route do you want to take? Do you want to be the educator, or do you just want to have more of you? That's obviously much harder to get because why? If someone's already very good, very successful, why do they want to come into your team versus if you can have a value exchange of like, I'll teach you how to do everything and give you all the systems.
Yeah. I feel like that influences what you look for
100%
as well. Yeah. So kind of two-folded there.
Yeah. So for us with our mentorship, our goal is to get someone new because there's no bad habits. Also, we don't have to move clients across. A little bit easier.
Yeah.
We will for the right
absolutely.
person.
Yeah. It's definitely there.
And there's always like a negotiation that happens around that. But yeah, just like the goal is someone new, someone who's keen to go full time, and someone who's going to work in a health club.
Yes.
So they're like check. Then what do you actually want in the person? Can you have a conversation?
Communication's so important.
Communication and work ethic, everything else is teachable.
Yep.
That's
especially if you have the system, you like to do the system.
Yeah.
Be great at talking to people, but do it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where, the other week we had the busy work, the person who works hard may not be successful.
Yeah.
That's the only difference is once you target the work.
Give them the framework.
Yeah. So if you can talk and you're motivated.
Yeah.
Mate. Have at it.
Yeah. And we've seen, not that we would never do it, but you'd fucking have to be impressive to convince me to do it again. But just people that have tried, left, and are coming back.
Yep.
Or have tried, struggling, and are coming back. Because I just feel like you find a way. Yeah. And then almost every person that we've brought on that's done that hasn't worked out.
Yep.
Because it was the input was the problem in the first place.
Yeah.
They weren't even able to get a stable footing to then learn and grow and whatever. Yeah. So yeah, that would be recruitment for us. So I guess from our end, we looked at it from what's the vision mission of the business? What are we trying to achieve? What are the services we're going to offer? Who's the person coming to the gym? What do we want UStrong to stand for? What's its point of difference in the industry? All the stuff that we talk about on the pod all the time with every PT business that you should have.
Yes.
We started with that and then was like, okay, who fits this?
Yeah, and we also I think this is out of maturity, but we also worked out how we going to provide value to someone to make this worth their while.
Agreed.
Because a lot of, like you said before, a lot of businesses just go, we need this role filled.
Yeah.
So we'll just take someone who applies and fills the role. Mm-hmm. Where I think, for us, we're cultivating a team and a culture. And we know that if you get good people or you make good people or you make even better people by giving them, it's almost like the roles are reversed slightly. You're like, this is why this job's good for you.
Yeah.
This is why you should be a UStrong coach because we're going to do all of these things for your career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a huge hole in small group stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Of owners hiring people to do classes.
Yeah, well, it's got an expiry date on it.
And not seeing it as class, trainer, coach, development.
It's only seen for one person in that business, when that would be the one managing the trainers.
And it's just, who do you attract for that? Even if you're paying $50 a class, who that person's not a career personal trainer.
Absolutely. You can see why it's failed in the past with, said small group training gym. It's like you walk in, the screen has the programs on them, and then you come out of your Cert 3, not even your Cert 4.
Yeah.
Staring at said screen, motivating a group of people, getting you $50.
Yeah.
Who's going to do that forever?
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything worse. And then it's you got, maybe 2 sessions in the morning, maybe 3?
Yeah.
So you do that over a span of 4 hours.
Yeah, split shifts, all that.
Then you got to come back.
Yeah.
And just do that, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
That would just be,
you'd outgrow pretty quick.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's just that's exactly the term, just outgrowing. And then if there's not enough people coming back, if there's not enough staff coming in, it's way harder to find them.
Yeah.
Especially now, I feel like I don't really hear many people say they're studying. I don't know.
It's way less, man.
Are we just out of the loop?
No, it's way less coming through.
Yeah, I reckon post lockdowns and stuff, it's just not as it hasn't glorified the industry where it once was.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just like, oh, this can be shut down at any moment. So
Yeah,
it's
and
not that
the
important.
noise right now about the cost of living, the genuine impact of cost of living now that the cert's not funded.
Yeah. If you're not highly skilled, like, you'd be suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it. So yeah. Anyway, that like, so I'm just thinking of like the chain though.
Yeah. Like, how many students did we teach that just did it and were like, oh, I'm just doing it for my knowledge? I'm like, bruh, it's $5,000.
Pay me $5,000. I'll teach you everything and more, and I'll probably get you jacked or shredded along the way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'll teach you fucking anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's definitely, I think that's gone now. Government funding's gone. A little bit less in terms of like just expendable cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So you got less people coming in. So then it's like, well, that business is set up to fail.
Yeah. Agreed.
So keeping the people is important, and we knew that was important. And so we've tried to set things up with the best interest of the trainer at heart.
Yeah. I was also talking to the other gym that we're obviously working with and sort of explaining, like, they've gone group to facility and that's it.
Yep.
That it weren't one-on-one coaches.
Yeah.
Haven't really done one-on-one coaching. Personal training wasn't really the forte. I'm like, you don't understand the assets you have, which we're about to go through, of what you can actually offer and what this facility can actually offer.
Yeah.
So we're super aware of like spreading greater offers across like buy once, buy more kind of concept. They're just like buy once and keep them.
Yeah.
Rather than different avenues to come in and how does it all feed each other and how does that ecosystem of service actually work in the community. Yeah. So first thing we did with Jess, DJ, was just like how to run classes and how to use the app. Like, I know it sounds dumb, but PT's coming in, if you are that new trainer, it's just like, can you run a PT session? How many people now are coming through without the amount of shadowing hours they should have that haven't really watched, even just that haven't had a personal trainer themselves, haven't been coached before, like, learn to do the thing.
There's no better way than following people in the gym and then getting personal training yourself. Yeah. Those two things will be
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just Jess is 2-3 years in, maybe longer. It might be longer, but very established, know what she's doing, but it's like, this is a different environment. You've run larger groups, a totally different style of gym. Now you're coming to UStrong that like almost, it's small group strength training that you would maybe see classes at a powerlifting gym or a strength gym, but it's a standalone. That's all we do. Yeah. So it's not a common thing either. So learning how to navigate that. And like one of the things she said was just like, oh, you don't have to be like the hype. It's like, no, you just make it move really well. Like, and that's a personal service, and then congratulate them when they excel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is how we personal train as well, right?
Agreed. Sorry, I'm just,
my
phone is going absolutely banana.
Got weekend things. So fundamentals, can you run a session? Good. Next, how do you get fucking clients? Yeah. So calling leads, calling members. Yeah. So we've been accumulating with pre-sale, be like 12 weeks now of leads. So at some point, it's like, here's the list. Go and call all the people that haven't come in. Yeah. Offer them a free personal training session. So that's like, you can be good on the phones. She didn't have to do that in her previous role. The gym provided basically all the clients for her. Yeah, okay. Then once she was booked out, fucking leave me alone, send me a client when I ask. Yeah. Kind of thing. Because she was killing it. So that, I think any facility you're going into, that should be the primary kind of step. And realistically, your first 12 weeks as a personal trainer in any facility is a sales role. Yeah. I think. Yeah. The fundamentals of doing the session and providing a service. Yeah. Getting clients. Yeah. Because we had a little, I said this to someone the other day. I was like, what's going to progress you faster? Doing 10 sessions a week or doing 35 sessions a week? If you just want to become a good trainer and you're that, like, oh, I don't want to sell, I don't want to, it's like, okay, so you just want to be good. Who's better?
Do the thing more.
Who's the person who does 10 or the person who does 30 in 6 months' time? Yeah. It's always the person that's done more sessions. Agreed. Your system's better, your communication's better, your coaching's better, your eye is better. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Setting up a booking system. So having Calendly, having all of that set up, having it all automated, put their details in, everything happens. Everything's done after that.
Yep.
Which I think still a lot of people don't have
Yeah, by the sound of it.
done. Just like call, put them in Google Calendar, and that's it.
Send them a message
Yeah.
if they remember.
Yeah, which is manual, and then you forget, and yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. The other thing obviously was just like walking the floor. So like offering people in this scenario, it's just like offering people in the group, hey, do you want to come do a PT session?
Yeah.
And we have had heaps of it through Standout Hey, the people that work in that style of gym.
Yeah.
And they're like, how do I get a client? It's like you hang out with 30 of them 4 times a day.
Yep. And they all want to be better than each other.
Yeah.
And
So
they
just
work in the same group.
walk up to one of them and say, hey, I think you'd really benefit from a PT session.
Yeah, and then all it takes is for you to get good results with that one, and the rest of them are like, I
Yeah.
wanna do PT.
Why are they doing that?
Yeah, how are they getting so good?
Yeah.
So quick.
Yeah.
That's how people think.
So then what we call, so part of that booking system we call the hero content, which I think is a huge missing link that so many people don't have, which is why it's good.
Yeah.
So how would you describe the hero content?
It's a piece of content that positions your business for what you do and how you do it, and what results that person can expect, so that they don't make assumptions of what it is.
Yeah, I like the last bit.
Yeah. Because you got to think, like, again, everyone's had an experience of fitness service, we'll call it now.
Yeah.
Be it at a business level, as in a gym level and a trainer level.
Mm-hmm.
So when someone has an appointment with said business, they might think it's the same as what they've had in the past, of course, whether it's good or bad. So said hero content positions the business that they're about to visit exactly how that business wants to position that person.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Thank you.
So delivery format, short YouTube video. We've used a podcast a lot.
Yeah, brochure.
PDF is good.
Slides some people have done.
Yeah.
It's just whatever you lean into the thing that you're confident and comfortable with the most first.
Yeah.
And then just evolve it, because it's best to have multiple.
Yeah.
It's best to have as much as possible. Because even I was thinking, we're talking about the A to Z, kind of client experience the other day.
Yeah.
Yesterday. And going through, how people inquire.
Mm-hmm.
So we've always been told, like, however they inquire, you match them.
Yeah.
So I think it's quite similar. Like, if someone has a certain, kind of affinity to how they absorb content, it may be worth having a brochure for one person. And we'll just generalize. Usually, if they're older, brochures, it.
Yeah.
If they're a bit younger, it could be like a 2-minute video.
Yeah.
So real quick, like, this is who we are, this is what we do. Can't wait to work with the people who have experienced this, and this.
Yeah.
So having multiple ways over time is great, but first just start with something that you can get done straight away. Because, time between idea and actually completing it, that's the litmus test of who's successful and who's not.
Agreed.
You got to do the thing, whatever it is, as fast as possible.
Yeah.
The faster you do it, the more successful you'll be.
Yeah, and we've had feedback that like close ratios go from 50% to 90%.
Oh yeah,
just by introducing,
even just show ratio.
Yeah.
In like doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it Noah? She said 50% increase in just people showing up. So if you get better at doing the consult, which is the next skill on top of that, you have the potential to get 50% more clients.
Yep.
That's massive.
Yep.
Just from a piece of content.
So I think we went with, UStrong, we've gone with a PDF of slides, basically.
Yeah.
Turn your phone now. That's basically just like who we are, who we work with, what problems we solve, outcomes we've gotten. Look forward to seeing you. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So it's just, like you said, it's just, does BFT do that? No. Does F45 do that? No. Does another big box gym do that? No. It's just like, this is giving you an idea of what's going to happen and what we're about and what we stand for before you get here.
Yeah, and to explain it even more to the context of personal trainers listening to this, to stop your prospect thinking you're going to just write them a generic program and show them how to use the treadmill.
Yeah.
That piece of content changes everything for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it puts
gives
you on
them-
a pedestal
Yeah.
straight away.
Yeah, it separates you from those people that do it.
Yeah.
It separates the person from the expectation that that's going to happen. And it takes them more towards the side of, you have goals that you want to achieve. We're invested in how to achieve them because we do it a certain way and we've done it already with all of these people.
Yeah. It also communicates like a premium feel too.
Absolutely.
Like pricing wise, if I get that, I'm expecting a higher price point than
Yeah, all of it. Yeah.
see you Monday, Dave. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's part of the service. And if the service is good, people pay more. You know,
Yeah.
statistically, it's proven that happens.
Yeah. So then we went into being good at consults.
Mm-hmm.
So build rapport. So that's that
Yeah.
skill set of just like being good to talk to people.
Find the common ground.
Yeah.
You know, make the person feel comfortable. Use their name.
Get a laugh, man.
Yeah.
That's my like, I will not start a consult until we've both laughed.
Yeah.
Just won't. Like, this is
Fair.
not gonna,
That's very fair.
yeah, it's like, it's gonna be a really long fucking hour for me if you're just gonna sit there deadpan while we do this consult.
I feel like I'm an animal at finding rapport. Like I'm an animal at finding common ground.
Yeah.
Like when I'm in common ground, it can be like so stretched out.
Yeah.
Like I could just find something. I'm like, oh, I know this person who used to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like as soon as I have the commonality, I'm like, right, let's fucking go.
Yeah, we're in. Yeah.
But that comes from having practice
Lots of
and being aware of it too. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't know that's a thing, that's the awkward, like, you know, here's the form and I'll just sit and wait for you to finish it kind of thing. It's like, oh, fuck, that gives me the ick just thinking about
Agreed.
it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how comfortable does that put someone in a position to talk about these goals that are so personal to them?
Yeah.
It's like there's already friction, so
Yeah.
you're never going to get deep.
Yeah.
So you're never truly going to be able to solve that person's problems.
Yeah.
And it's all because we just haven't made them feel comfortable.
Yeah. I had a really cool question. And it's in the sales presentation for Standout, but not in my personal one. I had a girl signed up, like had already sort of like, yep, agreed, kind of let's do it. And then was like, so are you excited about this? She asked me. She's like, is this something that like excites you? Do you think like working, because we've already set like an 18-month goal. She's like, do you think this is like something that is cool that you want to work towards and you're excited by this whole idea? And I was like, bro, this is what gets me out of bed.
Yeah.
It's like she wants to get jacked and strong and do a photo shoot in 6 weeks and another one in a year.
I'm excited for both of you.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, this is fucking it.
Yeah.
Just say that you also want to be good on the barbell and like, which you already did in the console. Like, we're besties. And I also sort of said, I'll only coach people now that I would have a coffee with. So if I get into that first 5 minutes and I can't get that laugh, I can't get that rapport, I'm just like, this doesn't work out.
What if they take a little bit to warm up, though?
But I think that's the skill, right?
Yeah.
Is how quickly can you get them to warm up?
Yeah. Because I just coach I can't do that. Because I coach a few people that are a little bit strange.
Yeah.
And then now we're all strange friends.
Yeah,
together.
I understand.
Yeah. Like we're all like we hang out and we're just
No, like
we're just
at least like
together.
at least a fake nose laugh, at least something. You got to get
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be something for me.
I'll give you another opportunity.
Yeah, so if you don't,
Ben's cutthroat.
if we don't get along, go work with Jason.
So if you speak to Ben for the first time, just giggle. Just, how are you, Ben?
Yeah. And we're good. We're golden after that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's got to be fun.
No, you got to get the vibes. I think it's a vibe more than anything.
Yeah.
You got to get the vibe. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So consult's good.
Yeah, so consult, just like to tick off what you minimum should have.
Yeah, the consult, but it's a process, and the person needs to learn the process.
Agreed. Yeah. So goals, why are you here? What are your goals? And then what are your main obstacles?
Yep.
Start there.
Agreed.
We've done enough episodes that you can go back and find them. And I've got a lot more to talk about than unpacking consults. But if you start with those and you can find a way to talk about that for 40 minutes, without you talking about it most of the time, if they speak more than you and that takes 40 minutes, you've nailed it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. we need to move on. You can talk about that for an hour in itself. Yeah.
Wow sessions, which we haven't talked as much about.
Yeah.
So wow sessions is an old Phoenix terminology that just means like an intro session. Yeah. I'm a really big believer in that should be a template based on the
goals,
ideal client,
the pursuit,
based on the goal of the person that's in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think you should have probably, depending on how many people you work with and who you work with, but I think 3, and it would be fat loss, body composition, strength.
Yeah.
They would be the 3 programs I would have.
As a personal trainer, absolutely.
And it's like you do that session based on that goal with every person that comes in.
Yeah, that's the test drive of a car before you buy it.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
Because you can go over like what kind of car you want, the color, the this, the that. That's the fine details of your membership.
Yeah.
But you actually want to test the car and drive it. And it's like that's the session.
Yeah.
And then you'll get 5% of people like Jess and I who don't test drive a car before they buy one. But then you'll get 95% of the people who actually want to try the product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think
no-brainer.
What I want to drive home is I think a lot of people feel like that's not good enough. That like, I should write a custom program for the individual. And if they say they want thighs, then we do extra on the thighs.
You've opened up
kind of
a can of worms here now.
So
I'm going into bat for the templated programs.
Yeah.
So there is nothing wrong with creating something that accurately frames your thoughts.
Agreed.
From multiple people.
Yeah.
So that is where a templated program is hands down the best way to give consistency and a high quality product.
Yeah.
So you can
in an efficient manner.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can there's nothing wrong with making a template. And that's
Yeah.
for everybody. The goal is like knowing which one of those templates works best for the person.
Mm-hmm.
And then within the template, because it's framed in a structure, i.e. a template.
Yeah.
What do you do or what needs to be done within that plan to make it personal?
Agreed. Yeah.
All of a sudden, that all it's done is you've just skipped the sit down and frame my thoughts part of the personalization.
For now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you've already done it.
Yeah.
You know, it's for a certain person, so you've just skipped that part altogether.
Yeah.
And the outcome as well.
Mm.
So yeah, it frustrates me when it's considered like bad practice.
Yeah.
To not have to sit there for every single person. I'm like, for me, that's someone who's just not busy enough.
Yeah.
It's like get busy and, take that same mindset to any business that is either in manufacturing or service or whatever. And if you take that ground up mindset of every single person, it's like they're all poor.
Yeah, and I think it's insecurity too.
Yeah, of course,
it's
like
I don't
how smart you are.
I don't value that I'm good or that I have a system or model that works. So I have to justify it with time to say that it's valuable.
Yeah, it's almost like they do that to build their own confidence in what they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that when they get to the thing, they've got all this momentum potentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you can make your business really efficient, especially if you want to do that 35 sessions, like you said before. If you're doing 10, you want 35.
Yeah.
And you need them to be high quality and consistent high quality.
Yeah.
That is how you do it.
Yeah.
Having those resources there to frame your thoughts. Go, cool, this is a workout. And then all of a sudden you get good at it, get good enough at it. Like you and I aren't printing out 3 workouts and going, oh yeah, we'll do this one. Like you're like, cool, a strength session. We're gonna work on this. So it's like it's done manually. Do it enough though.
So it's automated.
You know the rules.
Yeah.
So when you know the rules, you can break them a little bit.
Yeah. So I think where I wanted to go with the WOW session concept is, especially if you're in a big box club, you could be doing a consult at 9 a.m. You could be doing a consult at 6:15, and it's pumped.
Yeah.
The idea of the WOW session is that it works any time of day with the client that suits that goal, in and out. You don't have to worry about, the leg press is busy, and look like an idiot trying to find a solution. You're dodging, you're flustered, you're worried.
Especially if you're making it up on the spot too. Like even just walking into the gym, all right, what are we going to do? It's like,
but you go home, so that's one that a lot of people do, just like make it up.
Yeah, we'll just do a leg session.
They'll go home and write this take 30 minutes post-consult to write a custom workout for that person. And then go in and it's like, the hack squat's busy. We're going to do now. So it should be, I can deliver this. The goal is to be able to deliver that session with your eyes closed.
Yeah, because you'll be the best at it.
So it's like, we used to do, for the fat loss one, we used to have this circuit. And it was like, it had a squat in it, it had a row in it, it had a press in it, maybe a lunge.
Something like that.
And it was just like, man,
do it anyway.
I could turn someone's squat from dog shit to perfect in 2 rounds.
Yeah, and still make them huff and puff and
they're still training.
Feel like they the
it's
effort's
not,
being put in. Yeah.
Oh, can you just like squat to this bench and show me?
Yeah,
it's
spend
like
half an hour doing that.
Yeah, it's like squat, bang. All right, row, bang. Right, you need this version. You need this weight. Let's go. And they're like on the fly improving, going, fuck, like I'm training, but the input's so good. And he made one change and it fixed everything. Like, you know what I mean? Just makes you look competent.
Yeah, it still delivers the outcome.
So much.
It still kind of, it delivers what you need and what they want.
Correct. Yeah.
Because you need them to move well and you need them to see those improvements in movement, but they want to work hard.
Yeah.
They want to feel like they're putting the effort in.
Yeah.
That it's going to give them a return.
So then you're onto the sell, or the price presentation, let's call it, because I think the consult and the session itself is
part of selling.
All the selling is done.
It's part of selling.
It's where you're doing your test closes and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
everything from the hero content is technically selling.
Agreed. Getting everyone to agree to personal training as many times as possible before you ask them the money, basically.
Yeah.
One thing I think a lot of people miss is having a good sales presentation.
Yeah, again, having structure.
Yeah.
Is super important.
Yeah, I think this comes out Monday. Just keep an eye on the stories.
Making it a thing as well, like making the presentation a thing. Like there's so many people that just like just walking, from finishing the session. It's just like, oh, so
you want to do PT?
Yeah. Like it's like, no, that's not it, man.
Yeah. So price preso. We have custom price presentation coming out this week, so you can just buy one. We'll
branded to your business with all your inclusions. Yep.
Pricing, everything. Yeah. Done.
The same one that we use, very similar, because it'll have your branding and your inclusions and stuff, but
same concept.
Same concept that we use that, sells
to do 350 sessions a week.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So in that's basically who we are, the results we get, how we get them, what you actually get with the service, results we've gotten, and then pricing.
Yes.
So talking yesterday on Q&A a lot about the price specifically, like the actual presentation of the thing. And I think so many PTs are scared to present what they want.
Yeah.
And then to design it favorably, if that's what the person buys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So take UStrong, selling classes. The ideal scenario for us to sign a new member
is they do 3.
Is we want them to do 3 sessions a week.
Yes.
Because we get the best outcomes with that person. Dollar per session, it's actually not as good.
Yeah.
But full classes means vibes, means retention,
more people
results.
to tell, flow on effect.
Correct.
Absolutely.
It's much better for us.
Yep.
And the value for them is better. So then
they get way better.
They stay long term, all that shit. So we offer 3 sessions or
2.
3 sessions with coaching.
Oh.
Because it's an extra $40. So when the price card comes up,
I'll do 3 sessions.
Do you want to do 3 sessions, which is what most people do?
Yes.
Or if you want to have a weekly check-in, look at your measurements, a little bit more attention to your nutrition, all that kind of stuff. I don't think you need that yet. I really think like you'll be fine with just 3 sessions a week.
Yeah.
Done.
Amazing.
You see $140 versus $100. I'm going to take the $100 one.
Yeah,
if you're telling me that it's better, I don't even need this expensive one.
Yeah.
You're doing me a favor. I'm in.
Yeah, I think his psychology goes between price selections. It's like if there's 2, they'll pick the cheapest one. And then if there's 3, they'll pick the middle usually.
Yeah. Yeah. And if your goal is the 3, you're favorably encouraging, do the cheaper one. Like we do it with Standout 2. We have an offer that is a fortnightly call. But it's like you have Q&A. So unless you really need that one-on-one time, I tell everyone like do 6 weeks.
Yeah, and see if you need it.
If you feel like you need a call after that, we can upgrade you. But for right now, just do the basic one.
Yeah.
Which is a genuine, I mean it.
Yeah, well, the call's there. It's spending the highest amount in the service is going to give you the best outcome.
Yeah.
It's still going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most people don't need it right away. Just use a Q&A properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you need extra support, great. But so that prescriptive mindset I think is really important. And having the card makes that so much easier. Like having the actual presentation to be like, it's this, it's this, it's this.
Yeah.
And then it's this much.
Yeah, especially if you're someone who has friction around that whole process.
Yeah.
Like obviously you need to touch up on the soft skills
Yep.
So the communication and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when we talk about confidence, it's like if you have that, every page that you flick over on that presentation, that's building confidence too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because you're getting momentum.
Yeah.
And people love like conviction. They love confidence. Like as soon as you stumble, which you're going to do if you, one, have friction to it at all.
Yeah.
And then two, don't have a system. It's like as soon as someone feels that, which they will, like the likelihood of them purchasing off you is just so low.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether your product's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And regardless of whether they might have wanted it.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Because it's just like, oh, I'm not.
Yeah. Because people kind of purchase off vibes as well. Like, 100%. I don't know how many times I've like wanted something and then I'm like, I've wanted something and someone's been able to solve that problem for me.
Mm.
And then as soon as they slip up, I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not 100% sure anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just because they didn't fill me with the confidence.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, fuck that. I don't like it.
Yep. Agreed. And then one other mistake that PTs make with this part a lot is their options are confusing.
Yeah. It's the whole menu thing again, right?
If someone feels like they don't understand, which is why the visual aspect as well, if you tell me numbers,
yeah. And then, yeah.
It's not fucking working, bro.
Just like
point to the price, point to the thing,
and
show me.
Keep it as simple as possible.
And then the issue is trainers will be like, so it's like this much for sessions. Then if you want to add nutrition, it's this. And then like if we want to do check-ins, it's this. And they'll have like 8 tiers in one fucking product.
Yeah, it's just not it.
And it's like, no. This is what you do. This is the offer. Back yourself. And it's, you call it the gym with the swimming pool all the time. It's like if they don't use it, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're giving them the access to everything they need to get the outcome that they want.
Yeah.
And that costs.
They just use whatever they want or need.
Yeah. Because what are you going to do that's like, in 3 months' time when you care about nutrition, we'll increase your price? Like,
that's weird.
Yeah. It's messy. And if someone feels confused, they won't buy.
Yeah. As soon as you compartmentalize your offer, so like you have this main offer and stack things, like that just gets fucking messy and confusing, like you said to the person.
If you've ever had someone say like, can you explain that again? Change everything right now.
Yeah.
Because like that friction is hard.
Even just putting it out on a piece of paper, like to itemize that person would just look at that page and just go, no.
Yeah.
The easiest thing for me to do right now is to say no.
Yeah. I'll think about it.
Yeah, because I don't understand.
Yeah.
So I'll say I'll think about it and get back to you.
Yeah, because they don't want to look stupid by asking.
Yeah, and you've probably already, by this point, it's been 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, like, so you've got to consider all of it. It's like, it's got to be efficient. It's got to, not take forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just comes back to that, like, you're not convicted. You don't have conviction in your offer. Because you're just like, we offer everything. It's like, you need this.
Offer them 2 things.
Yeah. Which one sells better? Someone walks up to you and be like, you need this. See that problem you have? You need this.
Yeah.
Or, not sure what you need, but here's all the things.
Yeah.
Like,
they're sitting down with you because you're the expert, man.
Yeah.
It's like, you get the best results with this, but you can still get good results with this one. Like the way you have that conversation is so easy to move the decision making if you want it to.
Yeah.
You just have to pick the right way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not sleazy, it's not this, it's not that. It's like you may have positions in your business that you need more of. So if you've got a couple of single gaps, show the 2 session and the single session.
Yeah.
And tell them that they actually are better suited to maybe doing one.
Yeah.
If you need multiples, say with your goals at the moment, doing 3 is going to give you the best results.
Yeah.
It's this much. And then have the 2 there, they get to decide.
Mm-hmm.
But people are just too scared to tell people how to spend their money within their business.
Agreed. Yeah, to tell them how their business runs.
Yep. Yeah.
So next was sign-up process and onboarding.
Yeah.
So that's separate for us because we run the app separately to the payment. So how do you sign them up? And then how do you actually get them into the app as quick as possible?
Yeah. I don't think that can be automatic, can it?
Not with the platform we have now.
Yeah, I wonder if
other apps do have inbuilt, like you run Stripe through.
Yeah. It's more how you add a client in our
correct.
So maybe we see if we can talk to Mike about that.
Yeah. So I think what's the other one? Everfit. They run Stripe.
Yeah. So it's the payments are all internal. Yeah. You just get savage fees. Yeah, but that's a hole that you'd be happy to manually fill right now anyway. It's not a big one. So.
Yeah. Yeah. You've only got to do it 30 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then big direction change. The number one reason people leave the fitness industry is money. They don't make enough, or some bad
Don't
shit
manage it
happens.
properly. Yeah.
You don't manage it properly. Ben Scott for all of his 20s. And you put yourself in a tough position, and it's easier to go get a job than it is to continue on the path that you're on.
Yeah.
Those 6 sessions walk out, you're already on the cusp. It's like you're done. So getting your finances sorted is super, super important. And when you talk about like getting people, if you're looking at hiring, getting people in and keeping them, it's, I think, your obligation to make sure that person's finances are sorted.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that like gyms don't have it as part of their induction, I think is a big hole that they miss.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It is the hardest one for us to get people to do, to be fair. To actually, like, they fill out the budgeting workshop and then
once they see the numbers and shit,
stuff.
Yeah. Even sometimes they just eject once you start talking about the numbers.
Yeah.
It's just too confronting.
Yeah, and emotion attached to numbers.
Yeah. If you don't have the maturity around money, like, it's pretty confronting.
It's hard, yeah. But that's the one thing that I would 100% get on top of.
Absolutely.
Like, they're putting savings away in the business, putting savings away personally. They've got a buffer. They don't feel stressed or anxious about money.
Yeah.
They know exactly how much they need to make. They know what's okay, what's not okay.
Yeah. Or even just like, if you don't have the money to do that, just have a system for when you do.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, and that's it. It's like, I've done it so many times, sat down and done a budget with a personal trainer that's come out red.
Yeah.
And they've been walking around for a month wanting to vomit because they know that they're not making enough.
Yeah.
You already know.
Yeah.
And then you see it on paper and you're like, I fucking hate myself. I hate this. And then you just go, so that's 3 sessions. And they're like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, so if you make 50 phone calls in the next 2 days, you're in the green.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's not that fucking scary anymore. You know exactly what you need to do to be above board.
Yeah. If you don't know how to put $5 away, like, you're not going to know how to put 500 away.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, like,
yeah,
you'll just spend it the same way you do with your current money. Doesn't matter how much you make.
Yep.
Yeah. Because we know, because we did it.
Yeah. Yep. I 100% did that.
Yeah. I mean, I put it in my shoebox, but Ben did it. I just didn't pay tax for like forever.
Also, that was the next one. Is like, get an accountant.
Yeah.
Get your business structure reviewed.
Yeah.
And make sure that
pretty happy with the accounting situation. Took a go off to a bit of a rocky start, but we're good.
We can't refer anyone because it's too busy.
No,
sorry,
but
guys.
yeah, no, absolutely not. No, I'm loving this. This is the best one I've had out of, I think, 3 or 4. So
yeah. Finding a good one's tough, but just make sure you don't end up. I think we had at one of our guys do, I think it was 18 grand. You had a 25 or something. 23
or 23. I can't remember. It's in the 20s.
Yeah, you had it though, right?
It was a lot of money. Yeah, but I didn't have it in the bank account.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So then when we got engaged, we got money.
Yeah.
So instead of us getting,
it was a gift.
Instead of us giving $7 grand or whatever we got for our engagement party, I cashed in like $38,000 or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Gifts.
Yeah, because my mum was just like, get this shit out of my fucking house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we had one of our guys was 18 grand he didn't have.
Yeah, well, it's
because he hadn't budgeted.
It's paying to the ATO
for GST. So make sure you're on top of that.
Yeah, payment plans to the ATO you can do, so don't freak out. Like, if you do get one of those, like, just put your grown up hat on, ATO, they'll give you a payment plan, like, you'll be fine.
Yeah. But better to
not get to that position. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, what tax rate should you be putting stuff aside at, and when
all
should
that
you
stuff.
do that?
A good account tells you everything, even how your business is structured and shit, how much tax you pay on that, like, you know, based on your earnings and stuff, which I find fascinating.
Should you be sole trader? Should you be company? Should you be trust?
How do you paying yourself? All that, you know, if you or your GST business, which people don't know about as well. Yeah. Like, after you hit a certain threshold, 10% of your income goes to the government.
Nowhere.
Yeah. Goes to pay
protest, apparently.
Pay for resources for protesters.
Yeah. So then I would move on to. So for DJ, really, socials are huge. We've only been marketing for 12 weeks. Like, we don't have a 4,000 member list like the big box gym.
Yeah.
So generating the own leads is going to be important for that. So how to post, I would say first. So how to structure a good post. So we have our little acronym. with the hook and the
Yeah.
secondary hook and the content and the call to action and the overcome and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So how to post is important. Then what you should post, and putting so one of the first things we did was actually build a campaign.
Yep.
Again, she's been a trainer for a number of years. She's like, I've just never thought to write it out like this. It's like it's so much less scary now.
Yeah.
Just
easy, repeatable.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. It's like
more consistent.
Every Monday I just do this and then it's done.
Yep.
And that's it. Just move on.
Yeah.
So that's huge, having that all laid out. And then obviously for us, like we provided templates.
Yeah.
For her to just plug and play.
Yep.
Because not everyone's good at design. So we obviously offer the social media branding kits.
Yep.
Put together all the templates for you. I think that's, for me, like when we did that, fucking game changing.
Yeah, it reduced so much friction in content creation.
Yeah.
Like knowing how to post and then having the templates to make it sure it looked consistent.
Yeah.
Those two things just broke down so many walls.
Yeah. The visuals for me have always been such a friction point.
Yeah, because you can scroll down both our feeds and know when things changed and they weren't shit.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, we got by without it because hopefully the content was valuable enough, but it's so much better now.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks so much more.
Yeah. And it's easier once that happens, which is important when you are spread.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to think about that shit.
Again, it just removes decision making.
Yep.
It's like I don't have to create something.
Yeah,
it's here.
Drag photo into tile, into frame that's already there.
Yeah.
Change name. Text is already there.
Mm-hmm.
Add
fonts
description.
There, colors are there.
Text box is already there.
Yeah.
Post your before and after done.
Yeah.
Or your testimonial or your carousel or whatever.
Yeah. So much easier.
Agreed.
Yeah, even my reels are templated now.
Yeah.
It's the same format, different video.
Did you like my reel and my backdrop?
I didn't see it. So
I realised that my posing backdrop can be used as a backdrop.
Of course it can.
Yeah, so I just put the camera in my face and sat behind it. I was like, oh, this looks fucking bad. So you might see some more spoken stuff coming out.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing a full spoken series out at UStrong. Some training stuff.
Yeah.
So,
if you want a black background, you can just come to my house.
Thanks, bro. It's almost the same.
If you flip it, it's white, so it could be like UStrong.
Yeah. Or you could do black and I'll do white, like every other piece of content.
Yeah, I'll do black always.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll take your template.
A reflection of my soul in the background.
That's basically what happens. You make a template, I copy it, invert the colours, and off we go. Next, then, and we've spoken about this a lot lately, is just like that comparison I made to the gym floor and social media has really stuck in my head, and I hope, if there's one thing that I can pass on to everyone, it's that. Like, start treating social media like the gym floor.
Yeah.
That people that leave you unseen are me and you with headphones on that don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Sure, man. Yeah.
But people that like a post is like the one that makes eye contact and you smile. Yeah. And then like the bodybuilders that DM me that my posing's good, it's a kiss on the forehead. So it's just every interaction you get is permission to begin
interact with that person.
Yeah, and you have to look at social media that way. You can't sit there and be like,
they'll come to me.
My fucking name's on the board and I've got Fit Pro on the back of my shirt, so I'm going to get clients. Yeah. It's like, it's not. The
sooner you break down the friction or obstacles to communicating, and if you take responsibility for that solely, you will get better outcomes.
Yeah, and I'm not like, obviously I've been reasonably active on social media for a really long time, and I understand we have a podcast and I've been around and got clients and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I'm not saying this is a typical outcome. But a month ago, I was like, okay, I need to make a real drive. Things have settled down. I need to make a real drive. And I've opened up 10 coaching spots. I've put on 7 of those in 4.5 weeks.
Yeah, great.
All I changed was DMs.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing else.
Man.
I actually did a paid ad and fucked it. 100% fucked it up. So much so that it did 0. Just wasted $100. But because I thought it was up, I was like, I'm just going to interact with everyone. And these interactions must be coming from the ads. And then I looked at the ad set and I was like, you botched that 1,000%. It's just literally
Isn't it funny? Maybe like paying the $100 or paying for the ads changed your decision making.
All it was a little bit of belief.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm getting more reach. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Because I came in here and I was like, pay to play, bro. It's fucking happening. I've got like sign-ups,
people
but
are just-
I don't know if they're coming from... Nah. So I've changed my Facebook. I'll tell you the story, right? So I've changed my Facebook to a future business that I want to release that doesn't exist yet. It's got no content on it, nothing. It's another project that I want to do that I sort of built, and I'm like, I actually don't have time to do this right now.
Yeah.
So it's not even fitness at all.
Yeah.
Ran the ads, and I built my campaign with chat, and I was like, don't really want to do Facebook. Want to primarily, it's just like, just test it, see what happens, we'll have a look. And I forgot that I'd fucking changed it all.
Oh, no.
So what Meta does is push whatever the highest performing platform, location, all of that, whatever's performing the best at the lowest cost, it pushes to. So I had 1,700 impressions for $100.
And they were all...
Had 6 on Instagram. Yeah.
Where do 99.99999% of your leads exist?
Yep. 12 years been doing this. 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been running ads for 5.
If you want to train 45-year-olds and above,
absolute idiot.
Facebook's where it's at.
Absolute idiot.
Maybe not. But anyway. Oh, well. Live and learn. We still make mistakes.
So, yeah, I just turned that off. And now I'm seeing it. I don't know if anyone else is. I'm seeing my own ads. Could start.
I'll let you know if I see it. Maybe not your target market.
Probably
but
not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just that being able to have conversations and do that is super important. Just being... I framed it with another coach who's been active on social media but got zero traction with it. And I'm like, you're just not on there.
Yeah.
You don't like people's stuff. You're doing your posts, and the posts are actually pretty good quality. But I'm like, you're not on Instagram.
You don't have a presence.
So you can't go to your
space.
gym and get clients if you're not there. Yeah. It's the same.
Yeah, you're not active. You have a presence, but it's not an overly active presence.
Yeah. So what I said to him was like, a big part of what you want to build is like community. So build a community online.
Yeah.
Don't think about it as like every post is an opportunity to sell. Every post is an opportunity to find other people that work in this community. Yeah. And they don't have to buy from you. I have heaps of people that I interact with on social media every day that haven't and won't buy from me.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah, agreed.
So yeah, I think that's the skill set. And then at the very bottom of all that is the hard skills.
Yeah.
Because I think you need to have all of
what
those.
What do you need to learn to be even better?
Yeah, like if you can write a fucking basic program.
You should already be able to do that.
And give the healthy eating guidelines. Like,
yeah,
halfway
you know
there.
enough. They know enough to get in and
agreed.
Train people at a high enough standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So then once you've built that client book, then become amazing at what you do.
Yeah. Yeah, which happens along the way.
Yeah.
It's a hobby.
Well, yeah, and
for some.
I would argue also like doing your programming, going balls deep on programming before you have clients. Like, you're not going to get good at programming because you're not writing them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You got 10 clients on 6 weekly programs. It's like you're writing 2 programs a week, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like that evolves like ongoing. That should evolve ongoing.
Agreed.
Like, we always try to stay a little bit ahead of like our most advanced client.
Yeah.
So if you just take that attitude, like learn all those other things to get the clients.
Agreed.
And just take your clients with you to make them the ones that you want, that we always say.
Yeah.
Like that's the best strategy.
So, moral of the story, if any of them is missing in your business right now, it's an easy hole to fill and your business will get better. Yep. It was also really cool just to see how many assets we have.
So many.
Fuck, man.
There's probably more we have that don't even know exist.
Dude, to sit down with someone and be like, right, this is the value compass, this is a campaign creator, here's how to write posts, here's the schedule. Yeah.
It's a lot of value.
Here's the budget template, here's this. I was just like, fuck, this is actually...
Yeah, so much value to bring to a person.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, like your $50 a class is cool, but like you can do as many PT or online client sessions as you want with this. It was really cool. It was a big moment for me driving home. It was like the gym had its most successful week ever. We've just put on a coach, and then to go like, oh, there's a decade's worth of work that I just handed to someone in 2 hours.
Yeah, super rewarding.
Was like, okay, this is... Yeah, everything we've ever done and failed at was worth the assets that we have right now.
Yep.
In terms of IP, actual physical assets
Absolutely.
and all that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, this is...
absolutely.
All right, we're going to wrap it up or Tim will get upset
Yeah,
in 40
I'm
seconds.
about to eat my face off.
That's why Jace hasn't talked far for now.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys for listening. So yeah, do keep an eye out on the socials. We are releasing our custom sales presentation. It's only $99 and you get an hour with me for a free sales training valued. We could just make up the value, right? We'll just say it's 500. It says
Well, your
300
time's
in the
pretty
ad.
valuable, so
I think so.
yeah, I would agree.
Valued at $1,000. But you do get a sales training with me as well to actually unpack more of what we talked about as well.
It's priceless.
100%.
Yeah.
So check that out. Go to the website, stcfit.com. It's already up there. I'm pretty sure it will be by the time this comes out. But yeah, you'll see it around on the socials as well. That's our buzzer. See you next week.